Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Thanks for listening to this Bolivar Liberators sports broadcast made possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and the support of our kids.
Good afternoon, Lady Liberator basketball fans. We're here live on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium for the second round of the Pink and White Lady Classic. The Lady Liberators taking on the Camdenton Lady Lakers here today. Play-by-play today here, I'm Shania Franska, and my co-host today, Mr. Jason Ingold. Jason, thanks for coming on today.
Absolutely, looking forward to it.
Ready to have some fun here this afternoon in this contest between the Lady Lakers and the Lady Liberators. Jason, there's a long, I feel like it seems like it doesn't matter what year it is, the Lady Lakers and the Liberators always face off in the Pink and White tournament.
Yeah, and then we end up seeing each other at our own tournament, and we, there for a few years, were in their conference.
Yep. So there is a lot of... There's a lot of rich tradition between the two. I remember playing, it's been now about 12 years ago against them when I was in high school, and there's been a lot of good teams come through, both for the Lady Liberators and the Lady Lakers. I've seen Coach Archer and Coach Stacy. I've seen them square off quite a few times, so I think we're in here for a good one here this afternoon in this consolation game.
Let's hope so. You know, we want to come out and try to play it for another day.
That's right. Of course, as we'll go through kind of what happened yesterday, the Camdenton Lady Lakers were knocked off by the second seed, the Logan Rogersville Lady Wildcats, which is a conference school for us, 66-36. And they're coming in with a record of 2-9. We talked a little bit to their assistant coach before the game, and they had said they played a pretty tough schedule, which now the Lady Lakers, they are now, what conference is that called?
They're in the CMAC conference, so mostly Jeff City, Columbia schools with Smith Cotton as well.
Right, yeah. So there's some pretty good, tough competition up there, and, you know, they're playing schools that we don't normally see here in Southwest Missouri. And then you shift it over to the Lady Liberators. They're coming in with a record of 5-3. And they were defeated yesterday by the 7th seed, Miller Lady Cardinals, 62-48. Miller was a really tough squad, very senior dominant. They had three girls that have really dominated the last 4 years at Miller. They've won 7 straight district titles, so we knew we were going to have our hands full with them yesterday. You know, we really came out and played well, and then we kind of started turning the ball over and not making free throws. Somebody like you that's been around the game of basketball for a long time, you can't turn the ball over and you got to make free throws.
Amen to that, and I would put rebounding in there as well.
Yep. So you got to eliminate great teams like that to one shot, and that is, you know, that's a great point. They got a lot of second chance, third chance opportunities, and then they just kind of put us away there in their third quarter, and we never could, you know, regain possession there. So.
Yeah, I mean, we started out, I think we had the lead early on, and it was a 1-point game at the end of the first quarter, and then about 7 points at half, and that third quarter kind of just got away from us.
Yeah, and I was kind of talking to Coach Archer about it last night, and, you know, kind of the game changer is when we lost Kami Bryan there in the last minute and a half there. She went off the floor due to sickness, and I kind of feel like it just went downhill from there.
Yeah, I would agree with that, yeah, absolutely.
So we've got about, they're doing the captain's meeting right now with the coaches and captains. We got about 5 minutes left here before tip-off. We've kind of talked about the girls a little, so let's switch over and talk a little bit about the boys. The Bolivar Liberators were in action this morning against another conference opponent, the Branson Pirates, and they fell of a score of 72-68. The boys came out, Jason. They played extremely well, and Coach McBride from Branson kind of made some changes at halftime, and we just, you know, that's what happens when you're playing, you know, good teams like Branson. And, you know, I think of Branson, I feel like Coach McBride has really brought that program, you know, back to a different level than what they are used to down there.
Yeah, you know, we played them twice last year. The boys did, lost both times in regular season and in our home tournament. And so this was a, you know, third game in a row that they've got us. But, man, we looked sharp there in the first half, definitely.
We did, and I kind of thought the first half was one of the best halves we had played really all year, and even back up to last year. You know, we just kind of put it all together. we were making shots too. It kind of reminded me, we talked a little bit about the Nixa game from last year. We just couldn't miss in the first half. And then we kind of went ice cold in the second half. We couldn't get anything to fall. And, when you're playing great teams like Branson and when you get into the blue and gold, after the first round, you've got to be on your toes. You got to make shots. And you got to do the little things in order to bring out a big W.
Yeah, everybody that advances on the positive side of that second round, they all have coaches that can make those adjustments and know what they're doing and scout. As soon as the game's over, they're scouting for the next opponent, and just like we do. And it was interesting to hear both coaches calling out the other team's inbound plays. They knew it, and so two good coaches, two good teams, and we'll play them again here coming up in about a month.
Yeah, and I know Coach Hoy is going to be eager for that. Like you said, we're probably going to play him in our tournament again, and then we'll play him for conference. And I know Coach Hoy is going to want to go in with a different mindset. Not that we didn't have the right mindset today, but we're due to beat Branson for once.
That's right.
After falling to them the last 3 times that we've played them, counting this year and last year, that's going to be one that I know our coach and our kids are going to have circled on the calendar, which, that game was, it was a lot was on the line today, advancing into the semis of the blue and gold and, a seed in the Bolivar tournament. I'm not sure who's in our tournament this year, but it's always tough.
Yeah,
Coach Hoy's always got 1 through 8. There's not really ever a bad team in it. So there was a lot on the line today, and, kudos to Branson. They came out on top, and, that's the thing about these holiday tournaments is you can't sit there and feel sorry for yourself, and you got to be ready to go the next day. And now we get to face the Stratford Indians, which, they kind of left a bad taste in our mouth from the district championship of last year. So, and, they're going to be ready to go. They're going to want to beat us. And, like we talked about earlier, they've got a little different team than what they have had last year. But, they're Stratford. They're still going to go out. They're going to compete. They know how to win. They know how to, they're very well coached. And, you just get to that point in the blue and gold, or really in the type of this season, it's crazy to think we're already almost to January. This is where everybody's going to have to lock down. We're heading into conference play a month from now. Districts are going to be starting.
That's right, yeah.
So we're going to have to be ready to go. Well, we've got 1:18 here till tip-off, so we're going to take a quick break and send it back to the station for about a minute here, and then we'll be back with starters and the tip-off here. You're watching Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
You're listening to 99.1 KYOO halfway, 1200 AM KYOO, and 102.9 K275 CD Bolivar.
Mid-Missouri Bank has crossed another huge benchmark. They've paid their Midmo customers more than $8 million in Casasa rewards. Join Midmo in the race to $10 million. Get in on your share of the earnings today. Whether it's cash back on debit card swipes or a high interest rate on checking and savings account balances, Midmo Bank pays you for the spending activity you're probably already doing. You deserve more for your money. How does more money sound? Open an account in minutes at openaccount.midmobank.com. Mid-Missouri Bank. Member FDIC.
At Animal Care Clinic, they're not just another veterinary clinic. They're your pet's best friend. Their team, led by Drs. Levin and Lindsay Roten, offer top-notch care for all animals, big and small. From intensive care and checkups to pet supplies and grooming, they've got it covered. Keep your furry friend healthy and happy. Schedule an appointment today at animalcarebolivar.com. That's animalcarebolivar.com. Animal Care Clinic. Their name says it all.
All right, we're back here at Drury University, the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gym. The Lady Liberators here in the Constellation quarterfinal. We got the starting lineups here. First off, for the Camdenton Lady Lakers, a 5'8" junior guard. Number 12, Kinsey Bavruska. Did I get that right? Man, I got it right.
Close enough.
We've got some crazy names here for the Lady Lakers. Let's see, we got another 5'7" guard, sophomore, number 15, Maddie Franklin. A 5'11" center, senior, number 21, Madison Sakura.
Close.
And then a 6-foot forward, number senior, number 40, Addison Canuck. And then a sophomore 5'10" forward, number 23, Chloe Caffey. Lady Lakers are coached by Stacy Caffey. For the Lady Liberators, We got a senior guard, number 23, Carly Cribbs, a center junior, number 14, Addison Carroll, a junior guard, number 11, Josie Mays, a senior forward, number 10, Cami Bryan, and a senior guard, number 3, Emma Goodman. Lady Liberators will be in the white uniforms with the blue stripes, and the Lady Lakers in the gold uniforms with the purple stripes. And the Lady Liberators are going to secure the tip-off here for your consolation quarterfinal semi. Carroll over to the left, up to Mays at the top. Kicks it into Goodman. Goodman loses it. Back come the Lady Lakers, and Caffey kind of throws it away there. She was looking for a teammate. That's number 21, Skaru. Is it Skaru?
Sakura. There you go.
Sakura. So the Lady Liberators regain possession here early in the first quarter. Kind of looks like, Jason, the Lady Lakers playing a little bit of a matchup zone here. Little 1-3-1. Mays takes it in, off the rim, no good. Rebounded, that's number 21, Sakura. And the Lady Lakers are going to regain possession here. They get it out, blocked by Addison Carroll, rebounded by Bryan. Kicks it out to Cribbs. Cribbs with the long court pass to Goodman. Great look there by Cribbs, and Goodman lays it in.
That's a great pass ahead. Easy layup.
And the Lady Liberators come out in a box press. Great pressure there, but the Lady Lakers break it to get into the half-court set. Oh, great look there. And they're going to get a foul called. Got it into the big girl, Addison. And it's going to be Lady Laker basketball underneath their basket. And they get it right back into the big girl, Addison. Is it Kanoke? Kanoke.
Yep.
And the Lady Liberators are going to take back over. Good thing I got Jason here to line me up on these names.
That's about all I'm good for right here.
Cribbs is going to dribble it up for the Lady Liberators. Over to Bryan on the left wing. Might have had a blocking call there, but loose ball on the floor. And the Lady Lakers are going to take over on the jump ball possession.
Yeah, that looks like about a 1-2-2 half-court trap. So they're pressuring us as soon as we cross half.
Lady Lakers going to have to come the length of the floor. And the Lady Liberators with the box press, and they do get it across. Caffey is going to dribble it down. Pressure, she kicks it back up to the big man outside. Off the rim, no good. Battling for the rebound. There's Mays, and she's going to pull it back out and kick it back over to Cribbs. And Cribbs is going to push it across half court. 6 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lady Liberators up 2. Mays trying to throw it over the big girl, Caffey, and it goes right into her hands. Turnover. Caffey's going to take it down the other way. And going to be a traveling call for the Lady Lakers, Canuck. And the Lady Liberators are going to take back over. Well, so far, Jason, a lot of sloppy play on both ends. 2 or 3 turnovers by each team already here early in this contest.
Yeah, you know, when I see this zone, hopefully we can exploit the middle. That's kind of where the opening is. If we can get it in there and move the ball around, we'll get some open looks. Yeah,
and Camdenton, you know, they're really big and long, so that might be a challenge for us. So like you said, we need to move the ball around, get some open looks here. Cribbs up top here with the basketball. Kicks it into Bryan. Block shot there by Canoe, but Goodman comes up with it. Kicks it over to Mays. Mays over to Bryan. Bryan, 3-ball. And she drains it.
And she had a few yesterday. She shot pretty well yesterday.
Yeah, Cami Bryan shot the ball extremely well yesterday and has turned it right back over today. Lady Lakers come down on the other end. That's Varuska, and she gets the Lady Lakers on the board here with 5 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Bryan up top here. As a reminder, we do have a shot clock for the pink and white here. Kicks it out to Carroll. Carroll over to Mays. Mays over on the right side to Cribbs. Cribbs kicks it into Carroll. Carroll back out to Cribbs. Cribbs 3-ball and good. This kind of reminds me, Jason, just like yesterday, we came out, we hit 3 or 4 threes, but we got to keep the gas pedal down all 4 quarters.
That's exactly right. Keep the pressure on.
Great defensive hustle there by Goodman. She knocks it out of bounds, and the Lady Lakers are going to take over underneath their basket.
Checking in for
And we got a sub coming in for the Lady Lakers, Amy Hines, a junior, 5'8" forward. Baruska is going to throw it in for the Lady Lakers. Block shot there by Carroll. Great defense. And it goes right back into the Lady Lakers' hands there. And they're going to get that foul called on Josie Mays. It'll be her first personal, team second here in the first quarter. Hines is going to go to the free throw line. First one up and good. Well, Jason, I know you've been around basketball a lot, and I said this a lot yesterday, but the difference, too, in the game was Miller. I'm not sure they missed a free throw, and we went about 50% from the line. And, that's a big difference in the game.
That's exactly right. Yep. And with the clock stopped, those free baskets. You need to get
second free throw is good for the Lady Lakers. It's Bolivar 8, Camdenton 4, 4:14 left to play here in the first quarter. Cribbs up top, over to Bryan. Bryan kicks it over in the corner to Mays. Good dribble drive there by Mays. Kicks it inside to Goodman. Goodman outside to Cribbs. Off the mark, no good. There's Carroll with the offensive rebound. And gets a blocked shot, but it goes off the hands of Cammie Bryan there. Great hustle play. And the Lady Lakers are going to get it back here with 4 minutes left to play in the first quarter.
Hey, you got both teams pressing, so hopefully we get some easy turnovers just like that one.
Just like that one, they throw it out of bounds, and we're going to take right back over. And it looks like we got substitutions here. And we get it in here. Cribbs dribbles it up across half court, kicks it over to Mays on the right side. Good dribble drive there. Great cut by Bryan. And she lays it in for two.
That's one way to beat that zone is penetrate the middle and then hit the cutter. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a great job by Mays there. She had the defense collapse to her. Bryan seen that open space, and we scored 2 points easy there. And it looks like the Lady Lakers are going to take a 30-second timeout here. We'll go over some of our sponsor here. Our game day sponsor is Mid-Missouri Bank. For all your banking needs, head on down to Mid-Missouri Bank. Our first quarter sponsor here today is Citizens Memorial Hospital. We want to thank all of these sponsors. Without all of these sponsors throughout the year, we wouldn't be able to bring you all the Lady Liberator and Liberator games. And Jason, I say this every time I'm on air. I don't think our student athletes realize how blessed they are to get the coverage that we do. For family and friends to be able to literally, I remember last year doing the blue and gold, we had people watching out in California, family and stuff. Not every school has this where you have somebody travel to every game that we play.
That's exactly right. Between this coverage and then, just all the things that Diana Lesh, just lots of stuff. Our student athletes are definitely blessed.
And we're back here with action. And looks like we're going to have a shooting foul called on the Lady Liberators. And that's going to go against Cammie Bryan.
That's her first, team's third.
First personal, team third. And first free throw is up. And that's the junior point guard, number 12, Varuska. Second free throw is good. So she brings the Lady Lakers within 4 here. 3:16 left to play here in the first quarter. Lady Lakers bring out their full court press. Lady Liberators get it across. Cribbs is going to go all the way. She dishes it off to Carroll. Carroll out to Bryan. Wide open three ball. Off the mark, no good. And Lady Lakers come up with the defensive rebound. They get it across half court. Kicks over to Caffey. Caffey's not even guarded. She's going to go all the way to the lane, but she gets her shot blocked by Carroll. And kicks it out to Bryan. Bryan's going to push it across half court. And over to Cribbs. Cribbs kicks it over in the corner to Carroll. Great cut there by Cammie Bryan. Stops, pops, off the mark, no good. Rebound by Caffey. Back come the Lady Lakers. 2:32 left to play here in the first quarter. Lady Liberators up by 4. Great defensive pressure right here in front of us by Carly Cribbs. Cappy's going to dribble the right side of the floor. Jump stop, pop, off the mark, no good. There's a rebound by the Lady Lakers. And they're going to call a travel there on Sakura. And the Lady Liberators are going to regain possession here. Riley Tosh checking into the game, the sophomore guard. And down will go Adeline Carroll. And Canuck will be back in the game for the Lady Lakers.
Hey, with cuts, up the board,
Carly Cribs clear with the skip pass down to Tosh. Tosh over to Anderson. Great ball movement there. And gonna have a traveling violation on Anderson. And it looks like the Lady Liberators still going to come out in their box press here, and they break it pretty easily. Great back tip there by Tosh. Tosh gets it out to Goodman. Back come the Lady Liberators. They got 3-on-2 here. Let's see if they score. Goodman dishes it off to Brian. Great execution there.
That was a good pass right for the finish. Beat the defense down the floor.
Lady Lakers are going to do the same thing to us. They break the press. They got 3-on-1. And Cappy's going to lay it in for an easy layup. I think we forgot to go back and play defense after we score. We were still celebrating.
Yeah, we enjoyed that bucket.
1:23 left to play here in the first quarter. Bolivar 12, Camdenton 8. Anderson over in the corner, and she throws it away. There's Cappy. And Cappy falling out of bounds. She throws it right back to the Lady Liberators. Anderson with the big three.
All right.
A huge three there for the Lady Liberators. Will put them up 7 with 1 minute remaining in the first quarter. Back come the Lady Lakers. There's Cappy off the mark, no good. But the big girl for the Lady Lakers, Canuck. Jason, she's just all over the boards today.
She sure is. Yep, that's the second time they're getting fouled, but I think that's probably 4 or 5 rebounds she's got.
And she's going to go to the free throw line here. First free throw is up and good, and I don't think they've missed a free throw yet here today. And that foul is going to go on Emma Goodman, her first personal. And second free throw is up and good. And we got a substitution here. Mays is going to come in and replace Brian. Brian's over here to our left with blood all over her jersey, so hopefully she gets that cleaned up pretty fast.
They're sinking their defense back a little bit, collapsing it into the three-point line.
Mays kicks it over to Anderson. Anderson over to Tosh in the corner. Skip pass over to Cribs, and boom.
There you go. It's a great ball movement.
That was a great look there by Tosh. She's seen the wide open Cribs on the other side, and a big three-point play there for the Lady Liberators. Lady Lakers come back the other way. 3-ball. It's going to go off the rim, out of bounds there. And the Lady Liberators have a chance here to make this a double-digit lead with 20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Cribs is going to walk it down, kicks it over to Tosh. And there's the Lady Lakers, a steal. Tosh throws it right into her hands. Back come the Lady Lakers. They're going to take it all the way. Great defense, but there's Caffey with the putback. Back come the Lady Liberators. They're not going to get the shot off before the buzzer rings. And that's going to do it here for us for the end of the first quarter. It's Bolivar 18, Camdenton 12. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
No matter where this season takes you, the Bank of Missouri is here. We know a better life begins with a secure financial future. As a community bank, we work with you to understand your priorities and the changes that affect your finances. So wherever life takes you, we're here to help, just like we have been for 130 years. Get started at bankofmissouri.com. Live well, play well, bank well.
Mr. Google wants you to think you can fix your car on the internet. If you can just figure out what's wrong without talking to those greedy dealers, you'll save lots of money. At Bill Grant Ford, our appointment book fills every week with people who started on Google. And you might be surprised to know the labor rate in our shop is not the highest in town. What we can do for you is bring experience and training to a world filled with internet noise. We encourage you to be informed when it comes to maintaining your vehicle. And when your vehicle starts asking for help, see why it's better in Bolivar at Bill Grant Ford.
All right, we're back here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium. The Lady Liberators taking on the Camdenton Lady Lakers. And they find themselves out front here with an 18-12 lead here to start the second quarter. Lady Lakers will take possession here first in the second quarter. They get it into Kathy, into the big girl. She's going to stop, pop. Oh, it goes in and out. And there's Cribbs with the rebound.
Step up. No leader.
Cribbs kicks it over to Brian. Brian over in the corner to Mays. Mays back over to Brian at the top of the key. Oh, great look there by Brian. Anderson's all the way down there alone on the block.
And that's 5 points for Anderson already, so that's great off the bench.
Yeah, as you know, it's always good when you can get bench points off your bench. Lady Liberators back now with an 8-point lead here early in the second quarter. They get it inside. That's Sakura. Back over to Kathy at the top. Kathy's going to try to go one-on-one here with Cribbs and all the way, and she gets fouled by Anderson. And she's going to go to the line for 2. Looking at their roster, Jason, the Lady Lakers, they're pretty young. They're mainly sophomores and freshmen from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. They get a couple juniors, but, yeah, that sophomore group's kind of been the group that they've had coming through with, Coach Caffey's daughter.
First free throw is good. Second free throw rims in and out. Brian with the rebound. Back comes the Lady Lakers, the Lady Liberators. Cami Bryant's going to go all the way, and she throws it into the Lady Laker defense there. Jump ball possession. It's going to be our ball. Really, I thought she had her beat. I thought she was going all the way to the basket.
It looked like she could have, yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be Lady Liberator basketball here. Underneath their basket, Brian's going to throw it in. She gets it into Anderson. Anderson kicks out to Brian. Brian, jump shot off the mark, no good. But there's Emma Goodman. She tries to lay it back in, but it goes in and back out. And the Lady Lakers regain possession. They're going to walk it across half court there, Varuska. And she gets it inside to Sakura. Back over to Varuska. She kicks it over. That's number 15. She drains the two-pointer there, Franklin. And she pulls the Lady Lakers within 5 here with 6:29 left to play here in the first half. Cribbs is going to walk it up for the Lady Liberators. As you said, Jason, they're kind of just collapsing back in that zone right now. The Lakers are.
Yep, just kind of sitting in there covering the lane.
And it looks like we're going to have a reach-in foul on the Lady Lakers. It's going to be on number 12, Kinsey Varuska. Her first personal, team first of the quarter. Checking back in is Adeline Carroll, and Anderson will take a seat on the bench. And like you said, Anderson came in and got some big points for us here in the ball game. Goodman's going to go one-on-one, off the mark, no good. But there's Cami rebound. Cami Bryant just can't seem to finish there. And long court pass to Caffey. Nice look there by Varuska.
It's a great pass and finished right over Cami, but Cami hustled all the way back just to try to contest it. It's a good effort.
Lady Lakers now within 3 here. 5:48 left to play in the second quarter. Brian over to Goodman. Goodman over to Cribbs in the corner. Mays, she's going to look to drive there. And it's going to be a jump ball. Try to go through 2 defenders, and as you know, that's not going to normally work very well.
Yeah, that's right. It's good effort. Good try. We've pulled our pressure off as well, so both teams kind of went out of their full court press after the first quarter.
Lady Lakers will take over possession here. Dribble it around the perimeter here. There's Varuska. Stop, pop, off the mark, no good. Carroll with the rebound. She kicks it out to Cribbs. Back comes the other way. Cribbs is going to do the long court pass. Great look there. And Connaught gets her hand on it. It's going to go out of bounds. Lady Liberator basketball underneath their goal. 5:11 left here to play in the second quarter. Bolivar 20, Camdenton 17. Brian's going to inbound it for the Lady Liberators. Oh, great look there. Just can't seem to finish. Great. That was a great screen and roll there by Carroll, but just couldn't finish underneath.
Yeah, we got the shot we wanted. Just hopefully we can finish it off next time. It was good execution.
Lady Lakers going to try to dip into this lead here. And they're in trouble there. Great execution there by Brian. Gets a hand on it. Off the mark, no good. But another defensive rebound. That's going to be Amy Hines. That's her second or third offensive rebound now. This is now her second time going to the line off of an offensive rebound.
Yeah, sometimes it can get difficult to box out and get your defensive rebounds when you're playing that zone. So we really got to find our girl and put a body on them and then go get the board. But that can be a challenge out of that zone.
First free throw is off the mark, no good for Hines. Second free throw coming up. And that's off as well. Mays gets the defensive rebound. She's going to try to take it all the way. And she kicks it out to Cribbs. Cribbs over to Mays. Mays over to Brian in the corner. Brian over to Goodman at the top of the key. Kicks it out to Brian in the corner. Brian's going to kind of go one-on-one. Great cut there by Cribbs, and she finishes a tough shot there. And that's a big score for the Lady Liberators as we were kind of on 20 there for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. Break the seal a little bit.
Back come the Lady Lakers. Caffey on the right side being guarded by Brian. Back up to the top of Hines. Hines trying to get it inside, but there's the tip. Cribbs gets it out to Mays. Mays is going to go all the way and get fouled. Great job by Josie Mays getting out and running the floor there.
She's done that 2 or 3 times already this quarter, and actually yesterday she had 2 or 3 also on that left side, kind of pushing the ball ahead in transition.
And Mays is going to try to get in the scoring column here. First free throw up and good. And looks like we have some substitutions coming in for the Lady Lakers. Knock is checking back in for the Lady Lakers. And looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Coach Caffey called a 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it right here. So we got 3:55 left here to play in the second quarter. Bolivar with the 6-point lead, and we'll have another free throw coming back out. We'll go over our sponsors here. Our second quarter sponsor today is Roten Clean Warwicks. Go on out and catch Mr. Luther Roten for all your cleaning needs. He does a great job, and we appreciate Luther sponsoring the Liberator Athletics. Our game day sponsor today is Mid-Missouri Bank. Head on down to Mid-Missouri Bank for all of your banking needs. We appreciate yet again all of our sponsors and what they do for us, not just in basketball, football, basketball, all the things that they do, and enabling us to have coverage of all of our boys and girls games. Maybe they'll get out to the soccer field this
I've heard
spring.
they were going to.
So,
I've heard that.
That's great. Second free throw is up and good for Josie Mays. She's going to come have a seat on the bench and take a rest. And Briley Tosh, the sophomore guard, is going to check in for Mays. Looks like the Lady Liberators, Jason, is going to put their full court press back on again.
Absolutely. Yep. Funnel them to the sideline.
Great defense there by Tosh. That's exactly what she did. And the Lady Lakers, that's Knox. She dribbled it out of bounds, and the Lady Liberators are going to take back over.
Yep, that's the point of that press. You tempt them with the sideline, and it worked that time.
They're going to get it into Tosh here. She's going to set up the offense. Kicks it over to Goodman in the corner. Goodman, great skip pass there to Brian, and she's going to travel there. Took a few too many steps.
We have used the dribble more offensively than yesterday. I feel like, we're penetrating that. Multiple of our girls are doing that and doing well.
And we got a steal there by Cammie Bryan, and she's going to take it all the way back and score 2. And we now have our biggest lead of the game with 9 with 3:23 left to play. And Carly Cribbs probably got away there with the foul.
I would say so.
She kind of body checked her there. And Coach Stacy not happy. But it's going to be Lady Laker basketball right in front of their bench. With 3:20 left to play here in the first half. Bolivar 26, Camdenton 17. And it kind of looks like we're boxing wanting now, Jason.
Yeah. We didn't really match up on 40 and kind of had an open lane in there. But, yeah, looks like we're trying to deny number 12, Vavruska, the ball.
And looks like we had a foul called. Briley Tosh. It's going to be her first personal, team third. Lady Lakers are going to inbound it underneath their basket. And they get it in. That's number 22, Plumley. She kicks it over to Caffey. Caffey back out to the big girl. The big girl is going to go all the way. And a charge. And they're going to call a player control foul on the big girl, Canuck. Great job by Briley Tosh, just sacrificing her body there.
She brings the energy, that's for sure.
Tosh dribbles it up over to Carroll. Carroll back over to Tosh. And it looks like the Lady Lakers have went man-to-man here. Cribbs, spin move. Dishes it off to Goodman. In. Great kick out there to Bryan, and she drains the three.
It's good offense right there, inside out.
Great offense there by the Lady Liberators. Now gives their biggest lead of the game in 12 points. Caffey's going to dribble all the way in. Off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound. Cami Bryan tips it to Carroll. Carroll out to Tosh. Tosh over to Cribbs. She's going to take it all the way. Dishes it over to Goodman. Goodman, come on, ball. Great shot there. And rebound by Canuck. She's going to take it all the way across half court. And takes out Bryan. Just a lot of... And we're going to get a travel called there. A lot happened there in the last 30 seconds.
Yep, sometimes you speed them up, okay, you get a turnover, so good stuff.
And the Lady Liberators going to take back over. Checking back in is Anderson.
I think that's Jara. Yep, that's Jara with the pink shoes.
Yeah, I can't ever tell them apart.
I think the shoes are the kicker there.
And Lady Liberators having trouble getting it across half court here. Lady Lakers applying really good defensive pressure. Bryan finally gets it across, kicks it over to Goodman. Great take there by Goodman.
It's a good move. And, hey, that ball moves faster when you pass it than when you dribble it, and that's what we've been doing lately.
Lady Lakers back on the other end. Oh, they find the big man. Great backdoor cut there by Canuck. And with 1:24 left to play here in the half, Bolivar 31, Camdenton 19. You can tell both teams are getting a little tired too.
I can definitely see that. Yep, they're slowing down when they can.
You know, it's a lot different when you're adding, you're playing on a college floor, so you're adding how many feet on each end.
Absolutely.
Tosh, she's going to take the jump shot there, and she gets it to go in.
Everybody's contributing today, everybody's locked in and unselfish play and hitting their shots and getting on the floor.
And as a coach, as you know, that's what you love to see.
Yeah, absolutely.
45 seconds remaining here. Lady Liberators up by 14. Lady Laker basketball. Great defense here by the Lady Liberators. As the Lady Lakers are struggling to get a shot off. And they finally do. Air ball, but they get the rebound. And it's going to be off the hands of Cami Bryan. And so the Lady Lakers are going to get it back right here with 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Josie Mays checks back in. Cami Bryan takes a seat on the bench. 30 seconds left remaining here in the second quarter. Lady Lakers got 5 seconds on the shot clock. And they get it inside of the big girl, and they do not get it off. That's a shot clock violation. That's a great defensive effort by the Lady Liberators there.
Sure is. Yep. Now we won't have a shot clock. Just try to milk it and get the last shot of the half.
24 seconds left here to play in the first half. Cribbs walks it up across half court, dishes it off to Tosh. 12 seconds left on the game clock. Over to Mays in the corner. Mays dribble drives and gets it back over to Cribbs. 3 seconds left. Gets it over to Anderson in the corner. Shot. And that will be no good. And as the buzzer sounds, that's the end of the first half. It's Bolivar 33, Camdenton 19. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be back with the halftime show. You're watching Bolivar Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
BlackRock Arms has moved. Find the best deals on guns, ammo, optics, knives, and more at 2270 Springfield Avenue, right next to Ace Hardware in Bolivar. Same great service, now with more space to explore, from days out on the range to outdoor adventures. BlackRock Arms has you covered. Visit in-store or online at blackrockarms.com.
BlackRock Arms, your punch-up Patriots!
Looking to transform your home from the ground up? Step into Bolivar Flooring, where style, comfort, and durability begin. Discover the largest selection in town. Classic hardwood, modern vinyl, plush carpets, stunning tile, plus custom showers, backsplashes, and fireplaces. Find the look you love with expert help every step of the way. Walk on excellence, live in comfort with Bolivar Flooring. Located at Carlin Acres, just south of Bolivar off of Highway 13.
Stay active and energized at the Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center. Hit the gym, take a fitness class, or shoot some hoops in the full-size gymnasium. They've got a seasonal indoor pool, top-notch equipment, flexible class options, and convenient childcare while you work out or attend activities. Need space for an event? Rent out the gym, studio, or multi-purpose rooms, perfect for parties, meetings, or team events. Open daily with hours to fit your schedule. Bolivar Recreation and Aquatic Center, where Bolivar comes to move. Located just off Broadway. Join the action today.
Hi, this is Mike Jones. Trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning for expert home comfort solutions. From plumbing repairs to heating and air conditioning, our experienced team delivers honest quality and service. For reliable comfort, trust Bolivar Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Call 777-55-55. 777-55-55.
They've gone before us, they've taught us to live life to its fullest and to treat every moment as a precious treasure. Now it's time to celebrate their life. Hi, I'm Kyle with Butler Funeral Home, and we are committed to you and your family ensuring that every detail and personal wish is met for your loved one's funeral service, so that you have time to reflect and celebrate the life. And with one of the largest chapels in Missouri, you can celebrate with plenty of friends and family. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home, located in Bolivar and Humansville, or online at butlerfuneralhome.com. Celebrate life with Butler Funeral Home.
Hey gang, before you know it, it's going to be 10 above and we'll be shoveling snow. The Answer Man at CNC has the answers for winter, like wood pellets for heating and grilling, stovepipe and accessories like door sealants, door gaskets, stove boards, and winter clothing that'll keep you dry and warm. And for your fur friends, CNC has a huge pet department too. You have questions? CNC has the answers at CNC Farm and Home, Bolivar and Lebanon.
Hi, this is Donald with CNC Farm and Home Supply. If you have questions, we have the answers.
All right, Lady Liberator basketball fans, we're back here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium. The Lady Liberators lead here at halftime, 33-19 over the Camdenton Lady Lakers. Jason, I kind of feel like it's a little better effort just kind of overall from yesterday's game.
Absolutely. Everybody's locked in and really contributing. And, you know, we're sharing the ball really well. We're moving the ball. We're skipping it across, and really we've gotten some easy buckets, just kind of both penetrating the lane and beating the defense down the floor. You know, our girls are giving max effort right now.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And, you know, I think sometimes people get caught up, and, you know, not just kids, but parents and everything. They get caught up and, you know, they look at the chart, they want to see more scoring, but it's more than just scoring the basketball. It's rebounds, it's assists, it's steals, it's deflections. You know, those type of kids you need on your team too. And like you said, I feel like it's kind of been an all around. We've had some kids come in and step up and get some big steals and big assists to lead to those shots, which, you know, makes teams successful, as you know.
Yeah, Briley Tosh, you know, she comes in, she hits a shot eventually, but first possession she has on defense, she forces them out of bounds. She draws a charge. She's here, right, double teaming the post for travel. I mean, she's doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I mean, of course, Camdenton's a little different team than what Miller is, but I feel like, sometimes it's hard. It's hard for teams to come back, and especially you go to the left side of the bracket, in these types of tournaments. But I feel like the Lady Liberators have really came out and made a statement here today. Miller is a tough draw in the first round.
Yeah.
I think Miller should have been seeded better than what they were. I think they're a lot better than a 7 seed, but that's just how it goes sometimes. But no, I think the Lady Liberators, we got to keep pace and doing the same thing that we did in the first half. That's got to carry on to the second half because the Lady Lakers are a team. They're not just going to give up.
Yep.
Any team that I've known that Stacey Caffey is, they don't give up. After the first half. So we're gonna have to keep the gas pedal down and continue what we're doing.
Yep. Keep the game simple. Keep sharing the ball and getting the shots we want. But yeah, we're giving effort on both ends of the floor. We're diving on the floor, and we really haven't had a whole lot of free throws. I'd say Camdenton has more free throws than we do, but we're still hitting our shots. We're getting the shots we want, so doing a good job.
Yeah, right on. So, yeah, and that's exactly why we hold a 14-point lead here in this Constellation quarterfinal game here with the Lady Lakers. So kind of shifting over, we're kind of talking a little about basketball, and as you all know, normally it's just me on the girls' games, and I recruited Jason here yesterday to come on with me and do the color here for the girls' game here today, and as most as you know, Jason Ingold has been around Bolivar for a very long time. He's now the assistant principal at Bolivar Middle School, and he also is our head boys and girls coach for our soccer program. So, Jason, as we know, as I said, January is next week, and before we know it, it's going to be springtime, and it's going to be soccer season again. Kind of talk a little bit just about your soccer program, just boys and girls. Just give you this time, the next minute or two, just to kind of talk about them and kind of what we got to look forward to come springtime.
Okay, yeah, we had a great fall season. I think we were 18-6. Lost in the district championship game against Catholic, who ended up winning state, and just did a great job. We'll miss the 6 seniors that we had, but man, we're looking forward to the spring. We graduated 14 girls this last year, so you would think it'd be a rebuilding season, but we bring in a great freshman class and super excited about them. Still trying to see if we can get a few upperclassmen to participate in a spring sport and see if they want to come out and be a part of something. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. We had a good season last year. I think we were 15-8 with the girls, but bringing a lot of athleticism and young talent. So.
Right. Like you said, you got that freshman class coming in, and I know several of those girls, and I've watched their parents drive them to Kingdom Come and back with soccer, and they've just kind of lived soccer. They've breathed soccer. I know Coach Kristen Clardy has a lot to do with that. She's kind of took those those freshman girls, 8th grade, 7th grade girls, and just is taking them everywhere. And I've no pressure, but I've already said give it a couple years. I think we're gonna see a couple Final Four banners coming with girls soccer.
No pressure. Okay.
No pressure at all. But I just think I think the talent is there. I think the work ethic is there. Kristen's done a great job of driving that into them when it comes to soccer. So I think you're going to have a lot of exciting years to come. And not only you got your freshman group, but just looking on down, I know you got several girls that play club soccer and stuff. So I know for you that's exciting. I know the time that you put in, just the things that you're doing before school and after school. And that's what people don't realize is you have to work just as hard with the younger kids developing than you do the older kids.
Yep, you want them one day to want to play on that field and to really connect with the high schoolers, and that's something we did. We would come in the mornings twice a week, and the girls, some of the senior and junior girls last year would come in at 6:30 in the morning to play with the elementary girls. And so we have one senior this year, Josie Thomas, but then we have a great group of returning sophomores and juniors. We're hoping that they'll take the lead for these freshmen.
Right, yeah. So going to be some exciting things. We're excited to get you, to watch you guys out there come springtime. And like I said, it's going to be here before we know it.
Absolutely.
So, all right, well, both teams are back out here out of the locker room. We're going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be right back here for your second half action. You're watching Bolivar Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
Where can you and your family go to receive exceptional health care in the area? Who offers convenient family medicine and walk-in clinics near your home? Where can you go for comprehensive specialty care like orthopedics, urology, and heart care? The answer is CMH. At Citizens Memorial Hospital, they have the services your family needs to be healthy. For more information, go to citizensmemorial.com or call 417-328-6010.
All right, we're back here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium, and the Lady Liberators are going to have possession here coming out of the second half. And May's there trying to find the open Carol there, and she turns it away. Lady Laker basketball coming across half court here. And looks like the Lady, great defensive there by Goodman. And Cappy's able to regain possession there. She's going to try to take Brian one-on-one. And great defense there. Cappy fights for her own rebound. She kicks it out over to the big girl. Big girl's going to go all the way off the mark. No good for Canuck. And Carroll with a big defensive rebound.
That's a good defensive possession right there.
Cribbs is going to come back the other way. Kicks it over to Mays. Mays kicks it out to Brian. Brian over to Cribbs. Oh, nice look there by Cribbs. Goodman's just wide open on the opposite block. No one had any idea where she was at, and she lays it in for two.
It was good on Cribbs to keep her eyes up and see that passing lane. Good finish for sure.
Lady Liberators now with their biggest lead of the game with 16 here early in the second half. Like you said, so far so good on the defensive end. A tough shot there for the Lady Lakers. And Cribbs trying to get the length of the floor with Brian.
Hey, Carly. Right idea. Keep bringing it, though. Okay?
Right idea there, but kind of like Coach Archer said, just keep bringing the basketball.
Yep, let's get a good offensive possession. Yep.
And so it's going to be Lady Laker basketball here. They get it across half court. And they're going to take it all the way off the mark. No good. And Kinsey there is going to get her offensive rebound. She looks inside and is going to be fouled. Great look there to Franklin.
Get that. We'll get that.
Ruska. And that's going to be Cami Bryans. I think that's her third personal, Jason.
Yeah, that's not good. She's so active on both ends of the floor. But yeah, they tried to run a clear out there for Vavruska, and unfortunately we didn't get the rebound on that. That might be their first free throw miss of the day.
I think it is. Well, I think they missed one other one down here. Cappy did earlier in the game. Second one coming up, and nothing but the bottom of the net there as the Lady Lakers finally get on the board here in the second half. Bolivar 35, Camdenton 20. Lady Liberators get it across half court, but stifling defensive there. And it's kind of like the Lady Lakers are baiting us into coming into the corner and trapping us there in the corner.
Yeah, they want us to cross that half line and trap us right there.
Stop right here.
So it's going to be Lady Laker basketball. Baruska gets it across half court. Gets it inside to Cappy. Cappy's going to try to go one-on-one with Cribbs, and she does. She lays it in for two. And the Lady Lakers have pulled within 13 now.
Back to her.
And Jason, they're kind of back in their, like we said, their 1-2-2 set.
Yeah, and really, if we can hit that middle, then everything opens up.
Skip pass there by Cribbs, gets it over to Mays, and it goes off her foot.
No, I think I remember there being a David Franska that used to run a 1-2-2, some type of three-quarter trap that when I was coaching against him.
I think I remember that too. Lady Lakers, Cappy inside. She's going to take it all the way to the hole again. Great take, off the mark and no good, but there's the big girl for the Lady Lakers. Canoe, another offensive rebound, and the fourth offensive rebound for the Lady Lakers. Cappy with a long three ball, off the mark, no good. Brian with the rebound, and we're going to get a foul called on the Lady Lakers.
Hey.
That's going to go on Sakura. Her first personal, team first.
Yeah, we kind of escaped that one. Usually you give someone 4 offensive rebounds, they're going to convert one of their baskets, but you got to secure those defensive boards for sure.
like we said at halftime, we want to be able to keep the gas pedal down because the Lady Lakers are a team that they're not going to go away.
Yep, absolutely.
Cribbs going to go for the long 3 ball on the top of the key, off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Lakers of Franklin. And back come the Lakers. 4:45 left to play in the third quarter. Bolivar 35, Camdenton 22. Long 3 ball, off the mark, no good. Cammie Bryan fighting for the rebound and a jump ball possession. Gonna go to the Lady Liberators. Babrusco with the long 3 ball there. She was way out there. And looks like we're going to have a substitution. Plumley is going to check in for the Lady Lakers. Looks like they're going to face guard Cribbs all the way down the court. Goodman gets it into Tosh. Tosh back to Goodman. Goodman's going to walk it across half court. Goodman over to Tosh on the right side. Kicks it back up top to Cribbs. Cribbs gets it inside to Carroll and deflected off the hands of Caffey. Lady Liberator basketball underneath our basket here.
Yeah, they kind of played a soft man defense that time, but then face guarding Cribbs. So trying to keep the ball out of her hands.
And that's something, just from watching the Lady Lakers play for so many years, that's something that Stacy does a lot. She switches a lot of defenses. Great take there by Goodman. She's going to be fouled, and she's going to go to the line for 2 for the Lady Liberators. It's going to be on number 12, the junior point guard, Baruska. Her second personal, team second here in the quarter. First free throw off the mark, no good for Emma Goodman. Second free throw coming, and she misses that one as well. So 2 big free throws. Can't get them to go down. And the Lady Lakers within 13 here. 4 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. They're going to work it around the perimeter here.
Big help. Don't leave the lane. Don't leave the lane.
Lady Lakers looks like they've got all but one starter out on the floor. Baruska's the only starter on the floor at the moment. Tough shot there by Baruska, and it looks like it's going to go off a Lady Laker hand there. That's number 44.
Be ready to help up, Tosh. Hey, back here.
And back comes a couple Lady Lakers substitutions. Canuck is back in. Franklin is back in for the Lady Lakers. And the Lady Lakers are going to apply full court pressure. Goodman, she's going to take it all the way the length of the floor and can't get the layup to fall, but she's going to get fouled and go to the free throw line for 2.
Well, let's hope she can knock both of these down,
These 2 free throws are huge here. First free throw up and off the mark, no good. Our free throw sponsor today, Ankrum Law. Head on down to Ankrum Law for all your law firm needs. That foul is going to go against Camdenton Lady Laker Canuck. It's going to be her first personal, team third of the quarter. And another missed free throw by Goodman. Great job there by Tosh. And it looks like they're going to get her in for their reaching foul.
Hey, where we at?
Looked like that could have gone jump ball, but that's all right.
Great hustle play there to create a little havoc. Looks like the Lady Liberators are going to pick up in a box press here. Lady Lakers get it across half court. And they kick it over to Caffey. Oh, great job there by Cribbs. Back picking there. And back come the other way, the Lady Liberators. Tosh gets it across half court to Bryan. Bryan skip pass. Great look there by Bryan to Goodman, and she lays it up for 2. Back come the Lady Lakers. They get it all the way out to Caffey. She's going to score 2 again. Jason, another moment where we're down here celebrating and they'll get back and play defense.
Yep, that happened in the first quarter as well. It's a great wraparound pass by Cammie for Goodman to finish it. But yeah, we got to hustle back.
Lady Lakers trapping in the corner. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout called here. Coach Archer calling a 30-second timeout. So we will keep it right here. 2:48 left to play here in the third quarter. Bolivar 37, Camdenton 24. Our third quarter sponsor today is CNC Farm and Home Supply. Head on down to CNC for all your farm and home supply needs. Well, Jason, it's kind of been a slow third quarter. Not much action, not much scoring. It's kind of been difficult, a little difficult to watch.
Yeah, it hasn't been as clean and crisp as the first half for sure. Maybe it's the adjustments and trying to figure that out. Maybe there's some tired legs playing two tough games back to back. But hopefully, we can start to get in a groove here in a little bit. Looks like Jara Anderson just checked in for us. She played well in the first half for us. Hit a big three. Got on the floor for a loose ball. So let's see if something can happen.
Lady Liberators are going to take possession here coming out of the timeout. 2:45 left to play here in the third quarter. Tammy Bryant on top of the key, dishes it over to the left side of Tosh. Tosh back up to the top of the key to Cribs. And Lady Lakers are going to get a hand on it. It's going to go out of bounds. And the Lady Liberators got 11 seconds here on the shot clock. Hopefully they realize that as Coach Wells is yelling out. So, it's something that, teams aren't used to playing with a shot clock.
Definitely.
And that's going to be a steal by Kathy. She's going to go all the way and try to score two. And it's going to be a pushing foul from behind there of Emma Goodman. Probably saved a layup there.
Yeah, I think it sure did, yep.
It's going to be Emma Goodman's second foul. Team third of the quarter. Lady Lakers get it inside. Big girl. Stop, pop, and shot. Great job by Anderson there coming up with a big defensive board. And it looks like the Lady Liberators lose it out of bounds. And the Lady Lakers will take back over.
Our defense the last couple minutes has been better. We're only limiting them to one shot. So, hopefully that can continue.
And great defense there by Anderson. She gets Cribs gets the rebound, going to take it the other way. A lot of pressure there by the Lady Lakers. Cribs kicks it over to Anderson. Anderson, great drive to the basket. She's going to get fouled and go to the line for two.
One thing we teach them in soccer is how to fall and not get hurt. So maybe, Anderson just hit the floor pretty hard, jump right back up. So maybe that paid off a little bit.
Yeah, great job there by Anderson, realizing that, taking it to the hole strong. First free throws off, no good. I think we've now missed 5 straight free throws.
Yep.
And looks like we got some substitutions. Cami Bryan is going to go to the bench, and the other Anderson is going to check back in.
So we got Jara at the line and Jaylee on the block.
I am glad you know which one
it's only the shoes.
It's only the shoes.
Yep. I tell them they can't wear the same shoes in soccer either.
Anderson gets the second free throw to go. She's got to use the bank. The bank is open today. And she extends this Lady Liberator lead to 14 with 1:50 left to play in the third quarter. They get it inside to Kathy. Great move there. And it looked like a blocked shot there, but it looks like they're going to – the officials call across the arm. And that's going to be Jara's second personal, team fourth. So Kathy's going to go to the line for two. First free throw off the rim, no good. Checking in for the Lady Lakers is Blair. How do you pronounce that? Schwantes.
Yep.
Haven't had to say that yet today. And the second free throw is good. Good thing we got the English teacher. You used to teach English, right?
Oh, no.
No?
Physical education.
Physical education. I don't know why I thought you were an English teacher way back in the day.
Far from that.
Back on the Lady Liberators. Great execution there. Getting the rebound, getting it out. And Anderson was running the floor. Goodman seen her. And she's going to go to the line for two. So great job there by Jared Anderson. Running the floor and creates the contact there. First free throw is off the mark, no good. Second free throw coming for Anderson. Off the mark, no good, but there's Goodman with the rebound. She tries to put it up. It's no good, still fighting for it. And the Lady Lakers come up with the rebound. Oh, great look there to Kathy, and she's going to be fouled by Tosh. And it looks like Tosh stepped on her ankle there. That did not look good.
It did not. Both running full speed. Tosh from behind. And yep, got her on the ankle.
Team split.
And looks like Coach Caffey might get a substitution in for her. Great effort there by Caffey. And she's going to go to the bench, and checking in is going to be Canuck. So Canuck will shoot her free throws for Caffey. So it's going to be the third personal on Briley Tosh. Team 5th of the quarter. 1:28 left to play here in the third quarter. Bolivar 38, Camdenton 25. Got a wet spot here on the floor, so they're trying to clean that up here. And we got 2 free throws coming here for the Lady Lakers. First free throw up and good for Canuck. Checking in for the Lady Liberators is going to be Josie Mays. And Briley Tosh is going to have a seat on the bench with 3 fouls. Second free throw up and good for Canuck. And she pulls the Lady Lakers up within 11. Lady Liberators kind of having a hard time getting the ball in. They do. They get it into Cribbs. Anderson's running the floor and miss layup. There's the other Anderson with the offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Cribbs. Cribbs is going to take it in. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Lakers of Franklin. Franklin's going to push it all the way up the floor. And she dribbles out to the right-handed corner. Kicks it over. There's the point guard, Varuska. And an air ball there. And the Lady Liberators do a great job. They get a defensive stop. They get the rebound, and we throw it out of bounds.
Yeah, Camdenton's kind of sped us up a little bit, forcing us into some simple mistakes. So hopefully we clean those up. Finish off this quarter, yeah.
Varuska's going to get it in for the Lady Lakers. Oh, great move there by Varuska, but it's off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound is Goodman, but the Lady Lakers come up with it. In a great kick there.
We got a rebound
to Varuska, and we foul. And the Lady Lakers are going to go back to the line, and that's going to be Jaylee Anderson with the foul, her first personal of the ball game. First free throw is up and good.
Checking in for team number 4, Megan Daniels.
Checking in for the Lady Lakers is Megan Daniels, and checking in for the Lady Liberators is Adeline Carroll. 50 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. Bolivar 38, Camdenton 29. She gets that second free throw to go. Lady Liberators need a good offensive possession here. Goodman's going to dribble it down. Cross half court. Dishes it off to Cribbs. Cribbs thought about the 3 at the top of the key. She's going to try to take it all the way. Jump stop. And a big shot move there by Cribbs.
Great spin move. Took what the defense gave her.
And we needed that basket big there. And now we need a big defensive stop here to end the half. Lady Lakers moving the ball around. Oh, great cut there. And that is Megan Daniels coming off the bench, scoring 2 big points there. 13 seconds left to play here. Lady Liberators trying to get it across half court. Goodman over to Mays. Mays is going to kick it over to Anderson. Anderson back to Cribbs. Cribbs, 3-ball. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by the Lady Lakers. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Bolivar 40, Camdenton 31. We'll be back for your fourth quarter action. You're watching Bolivar Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
Farmers Market of Bolivar is your go-to source for complete lines of animal and poultry feeds. Keep your livestock healthy and thriving with high-quality feeds tailored to their needs. Friendly experts provide top-notch advice to help you choose the right products. Whether it's chickens, cattle, or pets, Farmers Market of Bolivar has what it takes to support strong, happy animals. Located at 1184 East 460th Road, just off Highway 13. For dependable local feed and service that makes a difference, Farmers Market of Bolivar is your only choice.
How do we keep our prices so low here at Hometown Furniture and Mattress? It's simple. We are locally owned, keep our overhead low, buy in bulk by the truckload, and we operate limited hours. We do all this to bring you the best prices and best selection in Bolivar. From simple sofas to premium leather sectionals, from basic mattresses to premium mattresses on adjustable bases, we have it all. Living room, dining, and bedroom. Ask us about our financing made easy, no credit needed. Come see us at our new and expanded location just south of Bolivar on Highway 13. You can't miss us. Don't overpay. Take home today.
All right, we're back here at Lady Liberator basketball here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gym. We're headed to the fourth quarter, and your Lady Liberators leading the Lady Lakers 40-31. And the Lady Lakers are going to get the first possession here of the fourth quarter. And they get it in here. They get it into the big man. That's Canuck. She's going to go to work, and great move by Canuck there with the left-handed layup. And the Lady Lakers are storming back here now within 7 here early in the fourth quarter. Lady Liberators having a trouble getting across half court, but they do. Goodman kicks it over to Carroll. Block shot. And back come the Lady Lakers. Here comes the point guard. Oh, great move there. Awesome move there by Maruska. And that's going to cause a Lady Liberator timeout. And that's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take a quick 30-second break. We'll be right back here. You're watching Bolivar Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
People choose Oakstar Bank for a number of reasons, from the high interest earning checking accounts all the way to a 30-year fixed rate farm loan. But really, it's our people that make the difference. Here at Oakstar, we believe that friendly service and a smile from hometown people that you know makes all the difference in the world. Come experience the difference a hometown bank like Oakstar can make. Oakstar Bank knows banking in Bolivar. Maybe it's time you get to know us. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
All right, we're back here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium. Jason and the Lady Lakers, the Lady Liberators better pull it together because they're coming back.
They sure are. They've come out. I mean, the end of the third quarter and just the first 35 seconds here. And, they've cut this down to a 2-possession game right now. So really got to focus in and run our stuff.
And as you know, it's going to come down to 2 things. It's going to come down to valuing and taking care of the basketball. And, as we get closer to the end of the game, it's going to come down to making free throws.
Absolutely, yep. Score when the clock is stopped.
It's going to be Lady Liberator basketball here. We get it across half court. Cribbs gets it over to Brian. Brian's going to take it all the way, dishes it off to Carroll. And it's going to be tipped out of the bounds by the Lady Lakers.
We just look a little unsure right now,
And the Lady Lakers, they're doing a great job of speeding this up.
Yes, they are.
They're making us uncomfortable.
Yep, absolutely.
And we get the basketball into Cribbs. Cribbs up the top of the key. Over to Goodman on the left side. Goodman's going to try to go one-on-one. She dishes out to Mays. 3-ball by Mays. And it's going to be Lady Laker basketball. Lady Liberators need a big stop here. 7 minutes left to play here in the ball game, and they get just that. Goodman gets a big steal, kicks it up to Cribbs, and it's going to be a foul called, and Carly Cribbs is going to go to the line.
These 2 would be pretty big right here.
These 2 are some big free throws.
There you go.
And we get the first one to go. Second free throw coming for Cribbs. And she gets that one to go as well. So 2 big free throws there for Cribbs. 42-35. Lady Liberators, 6:45 left to play here in the ball game. Lady Lakers break the press. They get it over to Caffey on the left side. She's going to go one-on-one with Carroll, and she gets it off the glass. Caffey, just a sophomore, a nice little player there in Caffey.
Yeah, she's doing a good job tonight. Up there she is on the defense.
Caffey creates havoc on the defense, and it's going to be a jump ball possession. And the Lady Liberators, it's going to be in the Lady Liberators' possession there. Kami Bryant's going to throw it in right in front of us, and she gets it out to Cribbs. Looks like the Lady Lakers are still there baiting us to come over to the corner and trap us in the corner there. Brian trying to get it out of the corner there as she's trapped. And there's another steal by the Lady Lakers. Veruska, she's going to go back the other way. Great defensive stop there by Mace to stop her. She forced it into the big girl. Caffey there for the little mid-range jumper, and she drains it. And the Lady Lakers pull within 3 here. 6 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Lady Liberators just need to slow down and get good shots. Great look there. Great look there by Carly Cribb. She hits Carol on the back side. We really needed that bucket to go down.
Yeah, and that's the second time Carly's hit that pass this half, against that 1-2-2 trap and that weak side block. She's able to hit that.
First free throw for Carol, and she drains it. Like I said before we started this quarter, we got to make our free throws. So far we have here in the quarter with 3 for 3. And that's going to be the difference in the game. Second free throw off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound. The Lady Lakers come up with it. Sakura. And great hustle play there by Brian. What was going to probably be a wide open layup. And she gets a hand on it. Riley Tosh is going to check back into the game for the Lady Liberators. 5:33 left to play here in the contest. Bolivar 43, Camdenton 39. Lady Lakers inbounded underneath their basket. They get it into the big girl. Miss layup there by Carol with the big rebound there, and Brian will dribble it up. Over to Cribbs on the right side. Cribbs is going to stop and pop for 3. Off the mark, no good. And I'm not really sure that's the shot that Coach Archer wanted.
Yeah, I probably would like to get a few passes in, then swing the ball back to her for that look.
So the Lady Lakers trail by 4 here. 5 minutes left to play. Whew, that was a close call there with Caffey. They wanted a carry there, and they force him into a bad shot. Tosh gets the defensive rebound, and they're going to get a travel call for Riley Tosh. And it looks like the Lady Lakers are going to take a full timeout here with 4:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's Bolivar 43, Camdenton 39. We'll take a quick break, send it back to the studio. You're watching Bolivar Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on Your Country 99.
People choose Oak Star Bank for a number of reasons, from the high interest earning checking accounts all the way to a 30-year fixed rate farm loan. But really, it's our people that make the difference. Here at Oak Star, we believe that friendly service and a smile from hometown people that you know makes all the difference in the world. Come experience the difference a hometown bank like Oak Star can make. Oak Star Bank knows banking in Bolivar. Maybe it's time you get to know us. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Roten Cleanworks. So what do? Let's make this simple. We stain and we clean. We stain decks, we stain fences, we stain houses, we stain concrete. We clean commercial buildings, we clean house exteriors, we clean fleets of all sizes, we clean equipment of all kinds. I'm telling you, we clean and we stain. Roten Cleanworks, it's what we do. Contact us today.
All right, we're back here at the campus of Drury University. Your Lady Liberators holding a 4-point lead here. As we come out of the timeout, it's going to be Lady Laker basketball, and they get it in here right in front of the scores table. Caffey's going to drain a long 3 off the mark, no good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's going to be a jump ball. And the Lady Lakers have possession. So the Lady Lakers are going to get the basketball back underneath their basket here. And the big girl getting it inside. Canoke kicks it over, skip pass to Caffey. Caffey's going to go all the way. Off the mark, no good. Tosh with the rebound. Oh, great look there to Goodman. Goodman's running the floor. Great job by Emma Goodman getting out, running the floor, gets a wide open layup.
Really good finish on her part.
That was a big score for the Lady Liberators. Back come the Lady Lakers. There's Caffey, drains a huge 3. And pulls the Lady Lakers within 3. Brian gets it across court to Tosh. Over to Carol. Carol in trouble on the block, and she's going to travel. And a big stop there for the Lady Lakers. So the Lady Lakers now have a chance here to tie the ball game with 4:05 left to play. They're going to have to go the length of the floor. And it's going to be a travel called on the Lady Lakers. So the Lady Liberators are going to take back over. Jason, a lot of sloppiness going on here.
It sure is, yeah.
Both teams, they're just like trying to go 90-0 here instead of just slowing down and running their offense. Lady Liberators having a hard time getting it in. They finally do to Goodman there. Goodman trying to take it through two defenders there. She gets it over to Anderson in the corner. Great cut there by Cribbs. Cribbs jump shot off the mark, no good. That's great defense there by Canuck. She gets the rebound. Back come the Lady Lakers. 3:41 left to play here in the ball game. 45-42, Lady Liberators with the 3-point edge. Looks like the Lady Liberators are kind of, I'm going to think, in a matchup zone.
Yeah, I would say so.
Oh, great defense there by Bryan on the big girl. And it's going to be tipped out of bounds by the Lady Liberators. A lot of physicality going down underneath there between Bryan and Canuck.
Somehow Briley Tosh is always in that.
She's always in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
Lady Lakers are going to inbounds it underneath their basket into Caffey. And it looks like we're going to have a foul. That's going to go on Goodman. She's trying to get the screen there, trying to get through the screen. And that's her third personal of the game, team first of the quarter. Lady Lakers inbounded at the 28-foot mark. They're trying to get it inside. Great defense there by Bryan, and a good move, and she's going to get fouled. Canuck is going to get fouled. And she's going to go to the line for two.
Ball foul number 10, Cammy Bryan, that's her fourth. Team second.
Yeah, with Cammy having 4 fouls right now, you really can't afford to take her out, so we just have to ride with it, I think.
Yep, I think you're at the point of the game. It's kind of a, this is a do-or-die game. Loser goes home early, so I think, like you said, you're going to have to leave her in there and fight through it and find a way to come through, with her having 4 fouls. First free throw was off, no good. Second free throw coming. She drains it, nothing but the bottom of the net. And so the Lady Lakers, it looks like Canuck's going to go to the bench, so that's actually going to be a huge help for us.
Yeah, it will be.
With Bryan with Cammy not having to guard her with 4 fouls. Cribbs, she gets it across half court. Oh, great pass there over to Tosh. Great job by Briley Tosh running the floor there, and a great dish by Cribbs. Back come the Lady Lakers. They get it right back down to their basket. Off the mark, no good. Tosh with the rebound. And great job by their Tosh there. Anderson to Goodman. And what a 4-point swing play in the last 10 seconds.
It's a great effort. And we're sharing the basketball.
Huge success there for the Lady Liberators. And another turnover. Goodman gets it. She gets it out to Bryan. And a great pass there. Cammy Bryan finishes it. And wow, what a turn of events in the last 20 seconds. The Lady Liberators go on a 6-0 run, Jason. Yeah. And wow, that was a huge 6 points.
That's exactly right. Yeah, it was a 2-point game about 30 seconds ago, it feels like.
Yeah, so Lady Liberators, they create 3 turnovers. They turn them over to points. And I kind of like where we're at. I feel a little bit more comfortable now. I can breathe now with an 8-point lead here. With 2:33 left here in the game. Like you said, this first half was a lot cleaner. Second half, it's kind of been a little sloppy on both ends.
Yeah, and actually both the last 2 of those buckets we had 2 people. It was 2 on 0, so 2 on none going down. That shows the effort that we're giving right now.
Yeah, right on. So we got 2:33 left here to play in the fourth quarter. Bolivar 51, Camdenton 43. We're going to go through our game sponsors here. Our game sponsor here today is Mid-Missouri Bank. Head on down to Mid-Missouri Bank for all your banking needs. Our fourth quarter sponsor here today is Hometown Furniture. Head on down to Hometown Furniture. Talk to my man, Randy. He'll get you hooked up with a good deal right here at the end of the year. If you're needing some new furniture right for the start of the year of 2026. I don't know if you've been in the new furniture place, but it is really nice. The one off 13. Have you been in there yet?
It's a lot bigger than his old location.
Yes. It's pretty big.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of good selections in there. So head on over and talk to Randy, and he'll get you a good deal. Well, both teams are back here on the court. It's going to be a wild last 2.5 minutes here between the Lady Lakers and the Lady Liberators. The Lady Lakers are going to gain possession here and have to go to the length of the floor. Lady Liberators with the full court press. Oh, they get a deflection there, Brian, but can't come away with it. Great recovery there by the Lady Lakers, and that's Sakura that nails down the big jump shot there to pull the Lady Lakers within 6. Goodman, they get it across half court. Oh, and trying to get it into the hands of Cami Bryant. She had her and just kind of overthrew her there. Lady Liberators coming out in the box press. Going to try to speed the Lady Lakers up. And it looks like she had a travel call there, and she got away with that one right there. She might have took a little few too many steps.
Yep, I think you're right. But we got turnover either way, so we'll take it.
It worked out in our advantage. 2 minutes left to play here. Bolivar 51, Camdenton 45. Value the basketball in the last 2 minutes here. Cribbs is going to dribble through the defense there. She's going to go all the way. Tough shot by Cribbs. Right. She gets it to go.
Take that.
She initiated all that contact there, but she got it to go. Little finger rolling in. Back come the Lady Lakers. Oh, it looks like an offensive there. And they're going to call it. That's going to go on number 21, Sakura. And that's going to be Sakura's 4th personal here of the game. Team 3rd with 1:38 left here to play in the 4th quarter. Goodman gets it into Tosh. Goodman's going to dribble up the length of the floor. She gets stopped by the Lady Laker defense, kicks it over to Brian. Yeah, we got to work some clock off here. We got 25 seconds left on the shot clock. Tosh over to Brian on the left side. Brian on the top of the key to Cribbs. 15 seconds on the shot clock. 1:15 left to play here. And Tosh, she's going to dribble in and get fouled, and she's going to go to the free throw line. Riley Tosh, she's kind of came in and played some big minutes here the last 3 or 4 minutes, Jason, for the Lady Liberators.
Yeah, I think she's drawn 2 charges, player control. Just one down here and then one earlier. Might have even been 3 for the game. Now she just makes an impact wherever she is, wherever she's at.
And I coach her in softball in the summer. She's just a hard-nosed player that just, she's such a competitor, and she just wants to win.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like to lose, and she wants to do whatever she can to help her team be successful and to win. She drains both of those free throws. Back on the other end is the Lady Lakers, and we get a great defensive stop there, but we let them get an offensive rebound, and we get the foul. And that's going to be 5 on Cami Bryan. And we'll have 15 seconds here to see who Coach Archer puts in for Bryan. And it looks like it's going to be Josie Mays checking back into the ball game. Great game for Cami Bryan on both ends of the floor. She kind of had the responsibility all game with Canuck, and I feel like she did. Canuck's a bruiser down there, man. I mean, she is super physical. And a great basketball player. So, kudos to Cami Bryan on a great game on both sides of the floor. First free throw is up and good for the Lady Lakers, and that's Maddie Franklin at the line. Second free throw coming for Franklin.
We got to expect some full court pressure right here. Handle the ball.
And she banks it in and pulls the Lady Lakers within 8 here. 57 seconds left to play. Poise on offense. We don't have to score the basketball here. We need to run some time off the clock.
Should be free throws
over to Anderson.
Free throws from here on out, hopefully.
Yep. So 49 seconds left to play. Is it Jara? Am I going to get it right? Jara's at the line. All right. I got it right that time. And Jara Anderson is going to go to the line here. 2 big free throws coming up. First free throw, and she drains it. And looks like Carroll's going to check back in. Mays is going to go back to the bench. Second free throw coming up for Anderson. And she drains the second one. 2 big free throws by Anderson. and extends the lead to 10 here for the Lady Liberators. 45 seconds left remaining in the contest. And jump shot there for the Lady Lakers. Sakura off the mark, no good. Tosh with the rebound. She gets it out to Cribbs. Cribbs is going to go all the way down the middle of the floor.
Yep.
Great,
Good decision.
Great decision there. She could have forced a shot there, Jason, but instead she pulled it back out, causing the Lady Lakers to foul. And we're going to go to the line here with 28 seconds remaining. The Lady Liberators with a 10-point lead.
Yep, we'll just hopefully put these down and have a couple good defensive possessions and live to play another day.
And that's what she does. Drains the first free throw.
You're in the lane. Evelyn in the lane.
And second free throw coming up for Cribbs. Off the mark, no good. Rebound by Canuck. Back comes the Lady Lakers. 24 seconds left remaining in the game. And she's going to dribble it. That goes off the foot of Varuska. Back comes another substitution here for the Lady Liberators. Mays is going to check back in for Carroll. And they're going to get it into Cribbs here. She's going to try to get it across half court. She does. And she gets into the corner. And we're going to be a foul here right in front of us. Kathy is going to pick up the foul there. And Briley Tosh is going to go to the line for two. First free throw off the mark, no good for Tosh. And second free throw coming. And she drains it. Puts the Lady Liberators up 12. 10 seconds left remaining in the ball game. And block shot there by Anderson, and that's going to do it for the Lady Liberators. And your final buzzer sounds, Bolivar 59, Camdenton 47, and the Lady Liberators survive and advance to the next round. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll have Coach Archer coming up on the Warwick Electric post-game show. You're watching Bolivar Lady Liberator basketball on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
Sometimes it gets messy out there. When it does, call Southwest Sewer and Septic, your local heroes for emergency septic pumping, septic cleaning, and sewer line repairs. Plus, they now offer porta potties for your job site or special event. For more information, visit southwestsewerandseptic.com or call 417-326-4330. That's 417-326-4330. Southwest Sewer and Septic. They make the dirty work easy. Proud sponsors of Liberator Sports.
You know what they say, if you want something done right, do it yourself. Well, that's great, except when it comes to electricity. Better call Warwick Electric, locally owned and operated since 2005. Warwick offers all types of electrical service, both commercial and residential, using top quality materials and following current electrical codes. They're fully insured and licensed, so you can trust them with your electrical needs. Don't do it yourself. Call Warwick Electric today at 417-327-3674. You know what they say.
Navigating ever-changing tax regulations can be difficult, but not with the Winfield Tax Service. They've been serving Southwest Missouri for 60 years and are 4 generations strong. From individual to business tax needs, plus bookkeeping and payroll services all year round. They've got it all. Call 326-3326 or visit in person, located on the northeast corner of the Bolivar Square. Winfield Tax Service, your destination for stress-free taxes.
All right, we're back here on the campus of Drury University here at Weiser Gymnasium. We just finished up the Lady Liberator basketball game, and they come across victorious here in the Constellation quarter-final round against the Camdenton Lady Lakers with a final score of 59-47. And we're here with the Coaches Post-Game Show sponsored by Warwick Electric. We got us joining the assistant coach today, Mr. Stacy Wells. Coach, congratulations on the big win.
Appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys covering our games, and thankful to all the listeners out there and their support. Hard-fought battle, it always is with Camdenton, and come up on the top end of it this time.
Right, and as Jason and I said, it's always, I can remember all the way back to my playing days, it's always been a dogfight between the Camdenton Lady Lakers and the Bolivar Lady Liberators. There's been some really good teams come out of both schools for the last 10 to 15 years, so it's always great to get a big win over Camdenton.
Yeah, their record this year does not show how good. They're a huge team. Their players, it was a hard matchup. We couldn't run man unless a couple of players went off for a break, and so we stayed in our zone and kind of turned them over a little bit, speeding them up with our press. So kudos to Coach Caffey. She does a great job with them, and we're just lucky to be playing again on Monday.
Yeah, and it's kind of like Jason and I both said, this is kind of once you lose your first game, it's kind of survive and advance. It's kind of like the NCAA tournament. You're just surviving and advancing every day, and your goal is to be playing on the last day of the tournament, right? And, kind of looking forward, it looks like we're either going to get Carthage or Sarcoxy. Do you guys know anything about them?
No, not really. I know Carthage is, if you look at them, they've got a lot of big girls. Sarcoxy plays hard too. We've kind of, the last couple of games, decided not to look that far ahead and focus on ourselves, and that was evident in how our girls played today. They did a tremendous job playing team offense and team defense, really kept Camdenton on their toes. So we'll probably stick around and watch at least a half, maybe the whole game, and learn a little bit about them. We got a day to work on them, go through a game plan tomorrow with the girls tomorrow afternoon. So we look forward. We're just, like I said, glad to be playing another game.
Yeah, normally in the blue and gold, pink and white, you normally are having to play in 4 straight days. This year, the way the calendar falls, you get that day off. It's probably a good day to just rest and regroup and be ready to go for 2 more days.
Yeah, we know the last couple, about the last week, we've had a lot of flu and sickness going through the team. We had to call in some middle school players come and scrimmage just to have enough girls to practice one day last week. So everybody's starting to come back healthy, and so we're looking forward to it and ready to see what we can do on Monday.
Yeah, well, Coach, congratulations. Thank you for all you do. I know sometimes Jason can probably attest to this. Sometimes the assistant coaches don't get enough credit for what they do, and this guy has been around Lady Liberator basketball program for a very long time. So thank you, Coach Wells. Congratulations on your big win, and we'll see you on Monday.
We appreciate it. Again, we appreciate you guys following us and broadcasting and filming, and tremendous a testament to you guys and all you do. You've been around, and Jason's been around forever in sports, and we're lucky to have you guys on our side.
All right. Thanks, man. Congratulations.
Good luck Monday.
Thank you.
All right. That was Bolivar Lady Liberators assistant coach, Coach Stacy Wells, coming in with our post-game interview show there, sponsored by Warwick Electric. So the Lady Liberators getting a big win today against the Camdenton Lady Lakers, and they will advance on to play on Monday at 12:30, and they will play the winner of the Carthage Lady Tigers or the Sarcoxy Lady Bears. So that will be right back here at Weiser Gymnasium at 12:30 on Monday. And then our boys as well, Jason, we were just talking about that. Unfortunately, they took an L today, so now both teams are going to play at the same time. We were kind of hoping that 12:30, 4 o'clock, it was going to work out perfect. But, as frustrating as it can be to lose those type of games, that's when you really you figure out who you are as a team, not just as a team, but as individuals too. And, sometimes we need those kinds of losses to just regroup and, make us realize, hey, this is what we got to get better at. And, as much as it hurts today, I know everybody was looking forward to playing Nixa again, on Monday. But we're, it's like I said, we're going to have to bounce back and show our pride a little. And it's kind of, it's a pride game. And Stratford, we're not going to be able to just walk in and they're not just going to hand it to us. So,
and it's been kind of we haven't played those types of games yet this year. We've played a couple close games, and so we need some of that experience. We got some guys that really haven't been in that spot yet, and so it's good for us. Hopefully it pays off down the stretch.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, at the end of the day, it's always a great day to be a Liberator.
There you go.
So, the Liberator faithful, it doesn't matter where you go, where you travel, they're always there. And it's always a great day to be a Bolivar Liberator. So, well, I want to thank Jason, Coach Jason Ingold, for hopping on here today. I asked him yesterday, it's really hard some days to do this one-man show. You about have no voice left at the end of it. So I really appreciate Coach Jason Ingold for hopping on here today and doing our color today for the girls basketball game. And that's gonna wrap it up for us here today. It's been a long day at the boys game this morning and the girls game this afternoon, so we're going to take a day off. So get out, go to church, get in the gym in the afternoon and kind of rest up, and we'll see everybody back here on Monday.
That's right.
All right. Well, we're going to sign off here. Thank you again for all of our listeners out there. We appreciate you listening in this morning for the boys game and the girls game this afternoon. And we're going to sign out. We'll see you guys all back here on Monday at 12:30. You're watching Bolivar Liberator Sports on MoSportsZone.com and listening on YourCountry99.
This Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast is made possible by these great sponsors. Be sure to tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and support of our kids. These sponsors are Bank of Missouri, Bolivar Recreation Center, Southwest Sewer and Septic, Ankrum Law, Mid-Missouri Bank, Warwick Electric, Citizens Memorial Hospital, Roten Cleanworks, CNC Farm and Home Supply, Winfield Tax Service, Hometown Furniture and Mattress, Bolivar Flooring, Butler Funeral Home, Bill Grant Ford, Black Rock Arms, Animal Care Clinic, Oak Star Bank, Farmers Market of Bolivar, and Bolivar Plumbing, Heating and Air. Thanks for listening to this Bolivar Liberator Sports broadcast made possible by these proud sponsors. Tell them how much you appreciate their sponsorship of Liberator Athletics and the support of our kids.